Okay. Peace, loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And this is All Things Mastery broadcast live where we teach all things self mastery so you can not only create the life that you love, create the life that you deserve. So, welcome to the All Things Self Mastery live broadcast. And this evening, we're going to be getting into embodiment, understanding, and coherence. Because how many of you know, no matter what it is that you want to do, we need to have a deeper understanding of what that thing is, and we need to also have coherence, right? It's just to say, like, I know a lot of people say we love clarity. A lot of people say we need emotional IQ when we are engaging in conversations. That is very true. However, that's one part of it. The second part is that we need to be coherent and we need to understand what coherence is. So for those of you who are new to me, welcome. My name is Venus Scott. I am the founder of Creating Your Desired Reality Master Program and Training 1.0 and 2.0 and the ATM, All Things Mastery Mentorship Community. And I broadcast my mastery lessons on TikTok, YT, and FB on Mondays, Wednesdays, and every other Sunday. New time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be diving deep into the actual causes of why many of us are struggling. There's too many of us still struggling. There's too many of us still depressed. So bear with me, stick with me. Hi, Striving. How are you, my love? Fa, how are you, my love? Peace. Welcome in. Right. And so in order to do anything, we need to understand what we're doing. So I mainly help women who are spiritually awakened, who have done all the work. They listen to all the audios, they listen to all the grades, they journal, they did the shadow work. However, they're still caught up in certain loops. So I want to make something really, really clear before we get into the lesson. You are not broke, you are not broken. You are just still programmed doing everything that benefits the benefactor of the programs, right? Let me break that down to you. Since our conception, we have been told what to do, when to do, why we are to do it, who to be friends with, who not to be friends with. We've been given a name, we've been given identities, and over time, over the years, we have cultivated those. Only top notch. How are you, Risa? How are you, my love? So we're going to be getting into, and I'm going to be sharing some really, really good information for you. And I know it's going to benefit you, so stick around. How many of you know that it can't all be fun and games, right? It can't be all fun and games. So welcome. If you are here, you were summoned here, not summoned in a way where I command you to come here. What I mean by you were summoned here is that your higher self knew that in this time, in this season, there's certain information, there's certain practices, there's certain principles, there are certain teachings and cultivations that your higher self need in order to elevate, in order to ascend. So allow me to bridge the gap between who you are and who you want to be, where you are now and where you want to be. And just to let you know, because some of you are very new to me, my core teachings are from self-mastery, right? And under that umbrella, I teach from metaphysics. I teach from a neuroscience standpoint. I teach energetics, quantum physics, manifestation, universal laws, principles, including attraction, mainly conscious creation, because who are we? We are conscious, and we are conscious creators. This is how you create the reality that you live in, right? And so I teach program development, sacred teachings, spiritual, ritualistic integration, right? And most important, I give hands-on training, especially inside my All Things Mastery mentorship community. So I've already helped countless of women to transform their lives into lives that are barely recognizable. And I've been doing this for 15 plus years, and I have the receipts and the results and the reviews to prove it. So someone honored me by also telling me that I was a high priestess of transformation. And I would say that I agree. I absolutely agree. And I am grounded, infinite gratitude to that person who said that to me, right? However, I am very known for my signature accelerating, healing, and dark shadow work, right? Because a lot of us are going down this deep hole, these rabbit holes of doing shadow work, right? And how often do we understand that they're not working, right? What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same things over and over and over again without getting the proven results. Barbara, how are you? How are you, my love? So welcome in. So as you come in, let's let TikTok know that this is a healthy live, that this is an informative live. So if you can, please put hashtag FYP in the comment section so we can let the TikTok algorithm understand to push this video forward. There has never been a time where I haven't went live and shared some information that really changed a person's life. Thank you. Infinite gratitude, sis. Right. And so that's important because there's a lot of us who are really ready to give up. There's a lot of us who are mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally just checked out, right? And so I'm going to do my part and share the proven, scientifically backed, right, spiritually backed information that is going to help you do what? Because it's all about results. People invest in what they prioritize, and a lot of what we're prioritizing is what? A healthy state of mind, a healthy lifestyle, an abundant lifestyle. For some of us, a luxurious lifestyle, right? Sanity, peace, and also to get into alignment to generate wealth, and not only generate it one time, but to consistently generate it. So this is how it works. This is a two-way street. We operate with universal principles. There's always going to be an exchange. So as I exchange with you, all I ask is that you exchange with me. And you do that by tapping, put an FYP in the comment section, by engaging with me as we move along, as we build up momentum, right? So one of my core teachings that I always say is what you feed gains power, and what you starve loses its power. What do I mean? I know a lot of us are in, hi Shy, how are you, my love? I know a lot of us have been in or have heard many countless of conversations that are negative, that are toxic, that are really foolish, with men and women going back and forth, men and men going back and forth, women and women going back and forth. We're arguing, we're fussing, we're fighting, and we're repeating the same unhealthy behavior patterns, and we wondering why we are now filled with anxiety, why we're now deeply depressed, why we're now scattered, why we're now keep continually asking why I am in the same place, seemingly in the same place, because nothing stays the same. And here are the answers. A lot of us are indirectly feeding the very same people, places, and things, including the conversations, including the environments, including the food, everything that comes under that umbrella. So guess what it's doing? It's getting stronger, which means the stronger the negative conversations you're having gets, the stronger the unhealthy dynamics of the relationships that you're in gets, right? The stronger your unhealthy internal dialogue gets. It gets harder and harder and harder for you to come out of that, for you to recondition, reprogram your nervous system and your body to do something different. And so a lot of us are consuming information that is not helping us. So I am here to give you facts, right? Removing the feelings, facts. So here we have fun, we laugh, sometimes we cry, sometimes we trigger, sometimes we say ouch, but it's all necessary. Homemade power, how are you, my love? So in that core concept, starve the old and feed the new. This proven method have allowed me to help countless of spiritual women to rewire their nervous system, upgrade their energetic codes, manifest with ease. Because how many of you know you don't have to hustle to become wealthy? How many of you know you don't have to hustle harder to generate more income? How many of you know that you don't have to have countless of sleepless nights, work in order for you to create the reality that you want, meaning create the desired reality that you want, experience everything that you want to experience? You don't have to work hard to do that. I am a product of my teaching. I don't work hard, I don't hustle, I don't chase, I don't beg, I don't steal, I don't borrow, yet I am living my best life. I am currently here living in Thailand right now. So I'm not working backwards. I'm working forwards, and I'm working smarter. However, there is a distinctive difference between what we think, what we speak, and what we actually are being, right? What we're experiencing. Is one thing to communicate, it's one thing to verbally speak these things. There's a lot of us that are able to articulate ourselves, but don't really have a deeper understanding of what we're actually talking about, which leads to what? Us not getting the results that we want. Hi, mommy. How you doing, mommy? That's my mother here down in the comment section. So this is important to us, right? So boundless gratitude for giving me the honor of joining you on your mastery journey to help you reshape your reality. Okay. And if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to put them in the comment section, whether you are on YT, whether you are on FB, I almost said the word, or whether you are here on TikTok, and I will do my best to recognize it while I'm teaching. So this rising, we're going to be going into another core interplay. Hi, Terry. How are you, my love? Welcome in. We're going to be going into a deeper core interplays between what you want, what you desire, what you need, what you just simply want to experience between your point A and your point B, proven paths so you can achieve it. So I'm speaking to those women, right, who I serve that are spiritually aware, but still mentally programmed with survival patterns. And if you don't understand that, I'm going to be breaking it down a little bit. Just stick around. I am specifically speaking to the women who not only talk that they want change, they actually desire change, but they're not really clear on creating lasting shifts that they want to see, right? Because you don't get to keep what you don't cultivate. And we're going to be I mainly also talk to women who are tired. How many of us? Infinite gratitude, Terry. Thank you so much. Thank you for reminding me to listen. Let's get your daily heartbeats in. Let's join the team. This helps you and it helps me. So infinite gratitude, Terry, for giving your daily heartbeat, joining the team, right? How many of you have ever felt stuck? Before, I'll raise my hand. How many of you have ever felt stuck? Like no matter what you do, you just feel like anchored in this state, in this poor mental state, in this unhealthy money state. How many of you feel stuck? How many of you feel stuck between the person you are and the person you want to become, right? How many of us, I just actually had a mentee join the All Things Mastery mentorship community, and this is where she was at. She'd done the work. She's spiritually aware. She understands self-concept, self-actualization. She understands a lot of things pertaining to self-mastery, but this is one of the areas where she felt stuck between who she is and who she's trying to become consistently. So I'm mainly, Terry, thank you so much for being honest, because that's where it starts, right? If we're not honest with ourselves, how are we gonna improve? How are we gonna elevate? How are we gonna ascend if we're not first honest with ourselves? So this is why I also teach women how to get unstuck, how to actually move from the person you are now to the person you want to be, and consistently. I also help people who has more than likely done the inner work, done years of therapy, done years of shadow work, still doing shadow work. How many of you heard people say, oh, we're always on our healing journey? That is such a misconception, and that is actually one of the causes that is helping us to self-destruct in an accelerated manner. I trust me when I tell you that is a big misconception. You are not supposed to always be healing. That's a lie. You can be healed from many things. Now, does that mean that you will never have to heal from something in your future, something that you need to experience? No. But what I do know for a fact is that there are many people who are already healed, who are still not on their healing journey, who have got off of the wagon of going down these deep, deep, deep rabbit holes of shadow work. That's another misconception. In order for you to heal your inner child wounds, in order for you to heal your mommy wounds and your daddy wounds and your abandonment wounds, you have to revisit the same place over. You have to revisit the hurt. You have to revisit the abuse. You have to revisit the physical abuse, financial abuse, in order for you to come out of it. That is inaccurate. And so one of the proven principles in which I've been so effective, which I actually trademark, is starve the old, feed the new. Basically, a compilation of what you feed gains power and what you starve loses its power. Yes, I have beyond shadows. Like so many of us are like, you know what? It's not working. If it's not working, it's not working, which means we need to find something that does work. But good thing for you, you are in the right place, because I'm here to give you the information that you need, that you want, that's going to help you. Okay, that's my commitment. So when it comes to me helping the women who has done years of therapy, done the shadow work, but still somehow is in this loop in the same areas, having the same money issues, having the same romantic issues, having the same clarity issues, having the same embodiment issues, women who feel called to do something greater, right? Women who feel that their purpose is not lack, right? Women who feel that and know that they have a greater purpose, but they lack the practical blueprint, purpose, passion, and path. How many of you know that if you are an architect, you don't get to build, the building will never be built. The construct of the building will never be built if you do not have a blueprint. Everything you want to achieve must have a proven blueprint. It must have a solid foundation, which is why many of us fail, because we don't have a solid blueprint, number one, and we don't have a plan, number two. And if we have a plan, we haven't been properly taught on how to execute that plan. So here's my offer to you: the realistic everyday life problems that you, I, and many others have, in which we are screaming from the inside, right? For the proven solutions, not just the same fluff that many of us are teaching and listening to these days, but actual proven principles, practices of mastery that you need, that's going to give you the results. So let me know if I'm close to understanding many of you where you are right now. You feel like you're in a loop of not changing. You feel like you're anchored in your past. You feel like you don't understand how to move from the person you are now to the person you want to become, right? There's consistent income, right? You're doing all the things that you're doing, but still not attracting steady income. You are doing all of the emotional work, but you still emotionally unstable far too often, right? And this is no digs to anyone. Peace, big time. Welcome in, my love, right? So emotional instability and burnout. A lot of us are burnt out. We're just simply exhausted. We exhausted because we've been investing in so many programs and classes and trainings. I get it. So I wonder, I don't question when I say there are master programs that I teach, master trainings that I teach, and then a lot of people have anxiety and they like, okay, here we go again. I get it. Because there's so many people trying to sell you fluff. There's so many people that don't give a damn about you, that simply just want your money. There's so many people that are not passionate about what they're doing, and whatever it is you're doing to receive money as an exchange, to receive currency as an exchange, you will get burnt out. This is why it's so important for you not to grab at every opportunity that seems to be good. How many times are y'all seeing people saying, oh, join my class and I'm gonna teach you how to do project management or project marketing? Now is digital marketing. Everybody's a digital marketing expert right now. Come join my course and I'm going to teach you how to market this product, create this product, and sell it. Yeah, you might be effective in doing it. However, if you're doing anything and you're not passionate about it, if it's not your design, if it's not your infinite purpose, you will eventually get burnt out like many of us are. So isn't it about time that we like, you know what, let me just pause and think about this for a minute? Because whenever you're let me just say this. A lot of when it comes to my love life, it's in a loop. Ashe. And this is why we're here. This is why you're in the All Things Mastery Mentorship, right? A lot of us are so burnt out. We are giving up. Hi, Jade. Hi, my love. How are you, sweetheart? So a lot of us are giving up. A lot of us we are just overwhelmed because we have done all the things that we can do and nothing is working, right? And so we are feeling really stuck. And whenever you are creating from disparity, whenever you are creating from lack, whenever you are creating from hunger, whenever you are creating because I got to pay the bills, I got to have a roof over my head, I got to pay the electricity, I owe people money. Whenever you are creating from those states of being, you are never going to create, or manifest a consistent flow of whatever that thing is. Why? Because if you do not understand energy, energy is what you need to create. And if you do not have available energy to create and available energy to cultivate, you don't keep what you attracted. So this is where we find ourselves in those consistent loops that we no longer want to be in. So I mainly mentor women who have an uncertainty around their purpose or next steps, especially when it comes to a career. A lot of you are not purposed to be millionaires. Pardon me. A lot of you are not purposed to do digital marketing. And a lot of you are not purposed to make your money doing digital marketing. A lot of you are not purposed to attract your partner in certain seasons. A lot of you are not purposed to do a lot of things that you invest in your time, your money, your energy, your essence, all of your hard work into it. And it always ends up failing because that's not for you. What's for you isn't for everybody, and what's for everybody isn't always for you. So whenever you are doing things from a state of disparity, from a state of lack, from a state of fear, from a state of scarcity, it is never going to work out for you. Trust me, it's not how it works. So we're having issues with attracting unavailable or misaligned partners, right? How many of us how many of us, how many times, I wouldn't even say us, I'll just soften the blow. How many of us are hearing a lot of us say there are no good men? All men are this, all men are that. There are no good women. All women are this or all women are that. And that's true. And that's not true. What's true, though, is that you have given up. You have exhausted all possibilities because all of the methods, all of the teachings, all of the thoughts, all of the actions that you have been taking towards actually meeting your life partner, meeting your husband or meeting your wife, whatever it is, hasn't worked. So over time, a lot of us unknowingly have accepted the fact that we're just not going to meet our person. And it's not true. What is true is whatever you say is true. So if you continue with that same stinking thinking, that same mindset, guess what? You're going to remain lonely. And not only that, you are going to self-destruct at an accelerated rate. Because what do I always say? Peace, Chef. How are you, love? How are you? Because of infinite gratitude. What do I always say? In the universal law of energy, in the universal law of rhythm, right? There will always be an exchange of energy. Energy must flow somewhere or it gets stagnant, right? It doesn't disappear. Energy needs to move. And when energy isn't moved, you have blockages in your energy centers. And when it comes to you attracting a partner, when it comes to you wanting more romance, wanting to be more sensual, wanting to be more sexual, and wanting to be all the things that you are supposed to embody, that you are the embodiment of, we get discouraged, right? Because we're not doing it the right way. So a lot of us are feeling difficulty staying focused, staying disciplined, right? And being able to regulate the emotions, right, that we're having. A lot of us are still living in survival mode or operating from fear or scarcity. It's not going to help because you are either going to do two things. Infinite gratitude for sharing a live. You are either going to learn to master self or be mastered. That's an infinite fact. That's an indisputable fact. And if you are not going to the left, you're going to the right. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. If you're not moving up, you're moving down. And one of our primary reasons of existing here, experiencing this beautiful life here, is to elevate, is to ascend. And just because we're elevating and ascending does not mean that we're excluded from experiencing the polarity of things. But what it does mean is that you don't have to suffer as much as you're suffering. You don't have to continually go down these deep rabbit holes of shadow work. You don't have to continually go down and revisit the same hurt, the same abuse. Infinite gratitude, Chef. Join the team. If you haven't hit that daily heartbeat, let's hit it. That helps you and I. If you are one who continually find yourself in states of being in places where you don't want to be, you, my love, are devolving and you are self-destructing, and that is not your purpose. Okay, whether you believe it or not, accept it or not, like it or not, we speak truth to power over here. We remove the emotions, right, to an extent when we're talking facts, especially when it has to do with your life, especially when it has to do with your loved ones. Terry, infinite gratitude for sharing a live, right? So if you are feeling disconnected from your divine feminine essence, your divine feminine duality, because we are both feminine and masculine in essence. However, we are dominant feminine in essence. So if you are one that are experiencing or confused about your feminine essence, right? Your power, right? A lot of us are not creating from our divine essence. And that is one of the quickest ways for you to attract your life partner, your husband, your wife. That is one of the fastest ways for you to get into alignment for money. Please, hi, abstract, hi, beautiful. It's one of the quickest ways for you to do things. However, if you never sit down and say, you know what, I'm tired of choosing everybody else. I'm tired of putting everybody else first before myself. I am tired of being number 10 on my priority list, because let's be honest, most of our priority list consists of bill collectors. It consists of our landlords being paid first. It consists of us tending to our partners, husbands, wives, spouses. It consists of us always being the mother, the father, the doctor, the caregiver, the lawyer, the caretaker. You understand what I'm saying? And so no wonder why we're always exhausted, because we're not numero uno. The most selfless thing you can do is make sure that you are priority number uno, because you cannot continually give from an empty space. In order for you to give and give abundantly without it draining you, you have to give from a place of fullness, not fullness. And I understand that a lot of things we've been taught is contrary to what I'm saying. However, there's no rhyme, reason, justification, or excuse as to why we're not learning now. You're not here just by coincidence. You're not here just by luck. You're not here just by happenstance. You aren't. We need guidance. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you find yourself repeating the same unhealthy mental patterns of doubt, self-sabotage, and unworthiness, you need to be here. You also should be and are encouraged to be in the All Things Mastery Mentorship Program, because just because our souls are infinite and we will never die, your experiences here have a completion date. This avatar, this beautiful avatar that you're in, have a completion date. Don't you want what you deserve now? Right? After over 30 years of marriage and raising children, I found myself looking for truth. Terry, it was me too. So much of my identity was tied to my children, and I love my children. I gave them everything that I did not have. I did the absolute best, and I'm still doing the absolute best. However, I had to even come to a truth moment and realize that, wait a minute, Venus, who are you now? Because my children are all grown, right? Two of them are living on their own. They're living their best lives. And because so much of my identity, so much of my priorities was my children, it was paying the bills, it was my clients, it was those who I was working for, it was doing all the things instead of doing all the things for Venus. So Venus forgot who Venus was. And so I came to a point, and it's one of the reasons why I said, you know what? My children are grown, they're out the house. It's time for me to remember certain things that Venus loved, even to see if I still love some of the same things, and for me to discover new things that I'm in love. So what did I do? I positioned myself and I moved out of the country to Thailand. This is my time now. Not that my children are excluded. They are always included. However, they're living their lives now. I've done what I've done. But when you attach your identity to the worker mom, when you attach your identity for so many years to the mother, to the father, to the sister, to the brother, to the auntie, to the uncle, to the grandma, to the grandpa, to the worker bee, right? To the friend, to the party. When you spend years attaching that identity, you get to a point where you're not only exhausted, now you're like, what am I even doing? This is where we slip into deep states of depression. And this is why when I come before you and I teach you self-mastery, how to practice self-mastery, how to embody self-mastery, not just because it sounds good, not just because I want to motivate you, which I do, not because I want to just inspire you, which I do and am, not because I want you to grow and develop, which I do. However, the primary reason is I want you to listen, my loves. The main reason I do what I do is because a lot of us are self-destructing. A lot of us, health is in jeopardy. A lot of us are experiencing terminal illnesses, all types of diseases in our bodies. And we say we love our loved ones, but we're not doing what we're supposed to do so we can love not only ourselves from a self-full place, not a selfless place. Do you understand what I'm saying? I desire, want, and hope the best life, whatever that is for you. However, it's going to require something of you. You cannot expect to do the same things you've been doing for the last 5, 10, 20, 30, some of us 40, some of us 50 plus years and expect to get new results. That's not how it works. And getting new results, positioning yourself to now rewire your neural system, rewire your nervous system doesn't have to be hard. It isn't. I don't struggle redefining myself. I don't struggle learning. I don't struggle embodying. And I teach you all that you don't have to hustle harder. You don't have to choose partners out of disparity. You don't have to work harder. You don't have to read more countless books, even though you should be reading. You don't have to continually go down these rabbit holes. There are healthy, proven ways that you can accelerate the creation of the life that you want without doing all of those things, because I'm doing it every day. So if you are still feeling like you've been healing for forever and ever and ever, but making no progress, stick around. Not only that, I have a beautiful opportunity for one of you. One of you are about to get such a beautiful gift. However, you can only get that gift if you stick around to the end. And I do not keep y'all for long. So please, 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 please understand that, right? So these master lessons are transformative. We uncover some of the most misunderstood yet fundamental truths, right? About how we create, how we become, how we manifest the life that we not only desire, but a life that we love, and do it effortlessly. How many of you know that you can experience a low effortlessly? How many of you know just because you are experiencing a low, it doesn't equate to struggle, it doesn't equate to suffering, right? These are indisputable truths. So I will never ask, prove me wrong, because I ain't waiting for that. These are scientifically, quantum physics truth. These are scientific truth. These are spiritually backed truths. These are truths, and these are the sacred truths that was only taught to initiates and sacred societies. But how many of you know that time is over? Sacred information is no longer sacred anymore. It's not in a sense where it's not accessible. It is still sacred, but it is accessible. Ashe Terry, I see you. Charm, welcome in, my love. Infinite gratitude for sharing it live, right? So this is important, and we need to understand some fundamental practices of these things, right? So again, boundless gratitude, boundless gratitude for choosing to allow me to be your guide, to be your mentor on this journey. I am here Mondays, Wednesdays, every other Sundays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I want to fill you in. I want to remind you, because I am just a version of you speaking to you. I'm just a higher, more accelerated version of you speaking to you, because I've done the work for more than 15 plus years. However, I'm going to teach you how to accelerate your growth. Alicia, how are you, my love? Infinite gratitude, right? So, first things first, you need to know who you are. You need to remember who you are. Your body is an energetic broadcasting system. So, whatever you call God source, whatever you call the infinite source of creation, the infinite source of life, the divine source, whatever you call it, understand that the way it communicates with you, the way it responds to you, is through symbolisms and numbers, energy, and frequency. How many of you understand that the words that are coming out of my mouth are sounds, fragments of sounds that is bouncing off of my vessel into the universe? And one of the main reasons why we're not creating what we want is that we continually send mixed signals to the universe, because our mouths are saying one thing, but our signals are saying something different. The magnetism of our heart is saying something different. And so in this reality, which a lot of us think we are bound to, is reflecting the very same thing. So you don't have to go down rabbit holes of shadow work to figure out why your life is the way it is. You don't have to continue to do all the things you've been doing. The receipts of your reality will never lie. And what it's telling you is that it's time to do something different. It's time to step into your becoming. It's time to elevate. It's time to ascend. It's time to rise, because you have responsibilities as the phenomenal infinite being that you are. You are not just responsible for yourself or for your loved ones. You are also responsible for bringing harmony to the realm, to this earth, right? And it should be an honor. You're subconscious. You are a conscious being. You are raw consciousness. So the next time someone asks you, well, who are you? I want you to do away with the shallow answers. Oh, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a grandmother. Oh, I have a master's degree in this, and I do this, and I teach that. Those are all byproducts of your skill sets, but that is not who you are. And in order for you to create, manifest, attract the life you not only love, but life you desire, is by you first understanding who you are. You are a conscious creator. You are raw consciousness in an avatar. You have the power to shift your mindset. You have the power to shift the trajectory of your life. You have the power to change. You have the power to command money to come to you, and not only come to you consistently. I'm not telling you this just to make you happy now. I'm telling you because I use these same principles. This is why I can confidently say things like, I don't beg, I don't borrow, I don't cheat, I don't steal. I make money in my sleep. So a part of me teaching you how to get into alignment is you first understanding that you are a creator. Two, you need to understand that the prefix of alignment is align. The meaning of alignment is to the etymology. This is why education is so important. Terry, yes, I've been looking to the universe, not a book. Ashe, yes. Ashe, infinite gratitude, Alicia, right? You are a conscious creator. You can literally create whatever you want to create, right? And so this is why understanding is so important. Many things. This is why coherence and comprehension is so important in many things. Because if you do not understand that a lot of the words we use on a daily basis continue to trick us out of our birthright, our creation right, our power right, and we don't even realize it because we're not attached to or in alignment with people like me. I'm not the only one that is here to give you the truth, that is here to teach you and to remind you of who you are. Alignment means align the mind. Mint means mind. So whenever you see mint, it means mind. Alignment, government. This is why in politics, they are seemingly in control, because their purpose is to do what? Govern the mind of the being, so they can continually cipher off your energy, which it is the very same energy that you need to create. Alignment, align the mind. If your mind is not aligned, and when I say mind, I don't necessarily mean just your thoughts. I mean your consciousness. I mean your supercomputer. Align the mind, alignment. And in order for you to get into alignment, to create, manifest, attract whatever you want, you need to understand you have to be aligned for it. A lot of us are not manifesting the love that we want, the life that we want, the partner, the money, the sensuality, the sexuality, the confidence, the security, because guess, we're not in align with it. Alignment requires action. It requires consistent practice. I don't just teach you self-mastery. I am self-mastery. You are mastery. Do you understand? You are not a mistake. You are mastery. However, just because you are mastery doesn't mean that you learned yet or remembered how to master things that you need to master. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's important. So I speak to women who are ready for the elevation, who are ready and who's not scared to have the necessary conversations that we need to have in order for you to elevate. Your subconscious is an operating system. Your emotions, your energy and motion are command signals. The chemistry in your brain are messengers. Do you understand? And your conscious awareness, not shallow awareness, is your GPS system, your guidance system. Sweet, how are you, my love? Trey, how are you, my love? Welcome. Greetings to you. Peace to you all. Infinite gratitude, sweet honey. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor to meet you. You understand what I'm saying? Continue to do this, my loves. Continue to do this. And if you can, please put hashtag FYP, because we want to let the TikTok algorithm know that we are in power. Okay, we are doing what we're supposed to do. And whenever we get an opportunity to show up and spread more love, emit more positive energy, this is what we do, which is why perspective is so important, because perception also shapes your reality. This platform that we have, this TikTok platform, the YT platform, the FB, all the social media platforms are beautiful transmitters, conductors in which we get to connect and bond and share and elevate collectively. It's a powerful thing, my loves, powerful. If you, yes, I share infinite gratitude, right? So if we truly want to create the life that we desire, the life that we love, the life that we want to experience on purpose, intentional, we need to understand that we cannot create that from scarcity, right? There are so many of us who want different streams, who want to invite more money into our lives, but as soon as I mention money, they go. How can you want more money? How do you want to create more infinite wealth? Infinite gratitude, sis. How do you want to create more generational wealth if you're scared to talk about money? Thousandaires, millionaires, billionaires, quadruple trillionaires, they are so comfortable with money. This is why money consistently comes to them, because money comes to those who are comfortable with it. And the only thing you're doing is by running every time somebody mentioned money is telling the universe that you're scared of it. You're conditioning your nervous system to signal the universe that you're scared of money. How are you scared of something that you want? It's just like a person saying they want divine love, but then they scared to embrace a relationship because of what potentially can happen. Don't worry about what can potentially happen. Create what you want to happen. Authorize what you want to happen. Command what you want to happen. Is that making sense? Am I making sense? Let me know in the comment section. Is that making sense to you all? Because if it's not making sense, I don't ever want you to leave one of these lives and you do not understand what I'm saying. Ashe, Terry, I see the yes. Ashe, Big Chef, I see the yes. T, I see the yes. Shy, yes, absolutely. Infinite gratitude. It has to make sense. You can literally start changing the trajectory of your life now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. And I'm gonna show you something. Where I can't. It's not going to be as effective because I cannot pause my live stream on the other platform. However, let me just try to describe it to you. Y'all want to know how easy it is to shift your frequency to higher frequencies, right? Because it's in the higher frequencies which sends the signals to the universe, which changes the magnetic field of your heart. How many of you know that your hearts are bioelectromagnetic fields? Let me show you how simple it is. How many of you ever played your favorite song and at first you was feeling kind of like, and a lot of us do this in the rising, right? If we want to feel good, a lot of us do this when we're about to go to the gym. How many of you ever played your favorite song when you was feeling a little bit off, unbalanced, a little unhappy, or a little sad? How many of you played your favorite song? Put a one in the chat for me. Put a one in the chat for me. How many of you played your favorite song? I'm going to show you how simple it is. I'm going to show you how simple it is. I see you, Chef. I see you. I see you, Charm. I see you, Terry. I'm going to show you how simple it is. One of the quickest ways you can start drawing what you want to create, it don't matter what it is, money, wealth, love, sensuality, opportunities. Mommy, I see you. Number one is by shifting your frequency, elevating your frequency. Remember, everything is energy. Music is energy, especially when it's positive. And how many of you, after you played that and you started first, you started with a little bop, right? It started with a little bop, right? It started with a little bop. That little bop, it's not little. It's not just a little bop. It's not just an insignificant thing you're doing. It's not a small thing that you're doing. What you're metaphysically doing, what you're energetically doing is raising the frequency of your vibration. You're raising the frequency of your electromagnetic biofield, raising the frequency of your aura. And the more you do it, guess what? The more you start feeling good, right? Like there was one of my favorite songs that me and my boys used to listen to in the car is Beyonce, Who Run the World, and I just remember, y'all know how it starts. And so it was one of our favorite things to do when we were driving, right? And it wasn't that I sometimes wasn't in a rocky mode. It was just, baby, as soon as I heard that beat, it's like my shoulders start to shaking, and next thing you know, my hands start to going still on drive wheel, and we just are jumping. That's elevating your frequency. It's as simple as that. And if you need to use external energy to do so, do it. That's what it's purpose for. Why do you think we need to plug our electronics into a source of energy? Let me do this little puzzle for TikTok over here. Let me do a little puzzle for TikTok over here, right? How many of you understand that? I create, how are you, my love? Welcome in, right? That's raising your vibration. I want us to start expanding our perception and our perspectives, right? Because what that little thing you thought that was little, baby, was telling the universe that, oh, she happy. Oh, he happy. Let me go ahead and go push that man a little closer to her. that she won't. Let me go ahead and push that woman to her that she won't. Let me go ahead and push that money on over to her if he or she won't. Let me go ahead and push that opportunity onto her because she's showing me, not showing me through that. The universal language is symbolism. Universal language is numbers. Universal language is code. So whenever you are in what? Aligned mind, alignment means mind, minding what you're aligned with. Guess what? Those things start to, the magnetism of those things start to increase and you get them faster. This is why I trademarked my proven method, because it works. It just works. Faith, how are you, my love? It just works. So you are going to master self, or somebody else is going to master you for you, and that's not what you want. So in this master series, I reveal to you some of the most proven mastery systems that I created, right? And companion with metaphysics, psychology, quantum physics, energetics, epigenetics, genetics, gene expression, quantum mechanics. I'm a study, babe. I'm a study. I've always been a lover of education and information. So for me, like, I create curriculums, the curriculums that you see in certain schools, I create curriculums. That's what I do. So when I say I have a master course or a master training for you, baby, it's not just a master course and it's not just a master training, okay? Everything I teach you can put you in position to get whatever it is you want, whatever it is you want. Unless you are unrealistic and think you're going to somehow manifest a zebra that is a rainbow color. Unless you're willing to go dye that bad boy, baby, that's not a. All right, so y'all get what I mean, right? So we need to understand the sciences. We need to understand the workings behind what we're going to do. We need to understand, more importantly, how to break the cycles. Right, my loves? We need to understand how to break the cycles. This is important. And so that's it. Isn't that simple? It's real simple. And the best ways, the quickest ways for you to tap into, for you to rewire your unconscious, because many of you are supporters. Many of you show up when I teach. So in one of the past master lessons that I did, I taught you a little bit about consciousness, where your behaviors are created from. It is not from your consciousness. It is from your unconscious, your subconscious. And the quickest way for you to learn, the quickest way for you to rewire your dominant program system that is primarily based on past traumas, past hurts, past pains, past identities, is for you to rewire and reset that when you're in a theta state. Mwah! Infinite gratitude, love. Thank you so much, Terry, right? As it is the sweet spot, right? So I'm going to give you some proven formulas today. Put a 1 in the comment section if you're ready for the proven formulas. I'm going to give you some proven formulas today in the live, so you can begin activating these principles, right? So you can begin applying these principles, and I'm going to be teaching you about embodiment, understanding, and coherence. Everything that I teach you is foundational and fundamental, and anyone can apply it, right? So if y'all remember last masterclass, we spoke about first things first, getting clear on your goals, because how many of you know that you're not going nowhere if you don't have a clear goal? Clarity is currency. Say it, my loves. Clarity is company. 1111. Oh, charm. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Infinite gratitude for doing that. Okay. So since it's 1111, I'm gonna pause. Is Tanya here? This is purpose. Oh, I'm excited about this. Charm. Thank you so very much. Tanya, are you still here? Yes. Let me try to change this box. I want to pause for a second because I said that I have a gift for y'all. I have a gift for one person. I wonder if did it work? Did you see the request? I requested you up. Let me try to take this off of. I don't know how this is going to work. How do I remove this? Okay, I have a listen. One of y'all about to get a real nice gift. One of y'all about to get a real nice gift. All right. All right, Tanya, let me know if you want to be in the big box or if you want to stay there. It's up to you.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see. You want to come in the big box or you want to stay there?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, hold on.
I sprinkle my razzle dazzle, whether it's in the big box or the small one.
All right, how do we do this? Hold on, y'all bear with. Wait, listen, y'all 7 people that's in here, y'all better stay here because y'all are in for a treat. Now, if I know how to work it, I'll be fine. How do I switch the big boxes? Let me see.
So while she's doing that, Ashe, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Okay.
I am Tanya B. I am a holistic wellness and nutrition coach certified. I am a participant with Venus's Rise of a Goddess platform and have taken multiple of her master classes. What I can say is if you're looking to change your life and elevate in a higher capacity, this is where you should be. Okay? So what I am doing, since I've already taken her courses.
Wait, hold on. Talk about something else. I'm trying to fix it still.
It's fine.
Damn it. This is annoying.
So what I'm going to do, because I know her program works, and I know that there is someone out here that really, really, really wants to take the class. For whatever reason, it may not be financially feasible for you at this time. I am going to sponsor one person to take her master program in July. Okay?
I'm so annoyed with this.
It's fine. We are going to watch the chat. We're going to watch for participation. We're going to spiritually give our energy. We will know. We do this for real. And we will know who we believe it wants the value of this program. So if you are interested and you think it would be a benefit to you to take her master program in July, DM her, DM me, and we will make a decision. I would implore you that this lifestyle change is vital. It is important and it truly works.
Listen, did y'all? Let me just reiterate, okay? Let me just reiterate. Oh, okay. See. Shy, I already knew you was gonna be respectfully disqualified because you already in the community. So. Did y'all hear what she just said? This is not only one of my most few trusted friends, loving friends, sisters, still rocking. I think it's been a little over 2 years now, probably more. She's been a mentor. She done took a lot of my trainings and she's done elevated, graduated. She's another one that ain't broke, ain't begging, ain't borrowing, ain't stealing. She has her businesses. She make money in her sleep. So one of the most, listen, let me tell you how beautiful it is. Yesterday, she didn't even know because we spoke on the phone last night. She was even unaware that I received a message and said, one of my wealthy friends is going to sponsor someone in my life to not only gain access to the master program, but when you invest in the master program, you get lifetime access into the All Things Mastery Mentorship community, right? That's the only way you get invited. And so we are going to select one person that is here today to receive minus Shy because she's already inside the the program. She's already in the program. And just to be clear, she didn't want me to mention it, but I'm going to mention it. This program is a priceless investment that gives you lifetime access of $222. Let's start there, right? Keep in mind that I said priceless, okay? Because no one can ever charge my worth. I understand that. Very reasonable. However, I also marked down the price to 50% off while I'm live. So whoever wants to join, they can join for half off, because I love honoring and giving back to and just showing my appreciation for individuals. So because she said she was going to do that, I said, you know what? If you're going to sponsor somebody, I'm going to knock another 20% off. So she is paying $88 and $88.8 for someone to get in the program that they need and come into All Things Mastery mentorship community. Now, if that's not what y'all call a blessing, okay, because it's easy to sponsor somebody for $20. Here you go, easy to sponsor. And I know in paying it forward, I've done that for other creators that I've supported in the past. I've sponsored other people to join their programs. Even though I didn't need the program, I sponsored someone who did. So I'm going to take a minute. Go ahead. While you talk, I'm going to write down the names of everybody that's in the live right now.
I just want to say I'm honored because I'm truly blessed to have leveled up to do this. Someone did it for me. I believe in paying it forward for someone else. This may change someone's life. It definitely has changed how I view the outside world by how I manifest my things, how I've grown, how I've leveled up, how I respond, and I do attract what it is I want. Whatever my desires are, I know how to go get them. So if you want to take the course, you're interested, put something in the chat.
Yes.
So you're here.
Yes.
And I am going to go step down because I'm here, but I'm still working. So I took a few minutes to chop it up with you like I told you we would.
Tell him real quick before you go. Tell him about your book. She's a nutritionist, mentor, and coach.
I am a certified licensed holistic health and nutrition coach. I have 2 books out right now. One is Nutritional Basics 101. It is your beginner guide to learning what you need to learn in regards to calories and micros and macros, the basics. My second book is Holistic Healing, and that is dealing with chronic illnesses and being able to eat right for those specific chronic illnesses. Both books are available on Amazon. My third book is coming out in September. That is Culturally Conscious Nutrition and how we're going to learn how to eat healthy unapologetically. That book will incorporate the 8 dimensions of wellness, which would describe all of your other wellness opportunities that sometimes make your nutrition opportunity lackful. So I'm going to help you build the other 8 dimensions so you can get to your nutritional goals.
Ashe.
DM me. My business is called Wellness Elevated on Purpose, and we do wellness unapologetically.
Ashe. So make sure you are all following her. And infinite gratitude. Thank you so much. I can't wait to do that part. So what you reminded me was 11:11. I was like, oh, it's time. It's time. It's time. So infinite gratitude, Tanya. We'll talk on the back end of who we select.
And I'm gonna stay in the live. I'm
okay.
Working. The grandbaby's here, so.
Okay.
All right.
All right, love.
you,
Love you
everyone.
too. Thank you. All right. How awesome is that? Listen, how awesome is that? You see how the universe works? You see what happens when you take the effort, when you show up, when you're supposed to show up? Is it buffering still? Let me know if if it's buffering. Somebody let me know. Let me know. Is it buffering, 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 buffering? Mm-mm-mm. Someone let me know if it's okay. I didn't forget about you, YT family. I did not forget about you. Okay, it's back. All right. Okay, TikTok, give me 1 second. So, infinite gratitude. I know we didn't get to complete the okay, so we're going to be getting back to the lesson. So, infinite gratitude for you all being here. I am going to end the live on YT. I hope to see you all back for another All Things Mastery live coming very soon. Infinite gratitude for the likes, love, for the hearts, for the taps, for the participation. I will see you all, YT family, again soon.